So, lads, today we're going to be talking a little bit about the whole Sydney Colson thing. And her agent is the same agent as one Swoopsy. One Cheryl Swoops. One of the greats of women's basketball who will only be remembered for the nonsense she's been saying in the media in recent times. But before we get on to that, though, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 42,800 by the end of the day, and we are 24 off. We're trying to hit 43k as quickly as possible. Our goal is 42k by the end of the month, and we actually might hit 43k within the first week of the month. Like, we were at 1st of February, we are 41k. We are 41.5k after, like, barely growing at all. And that was our goal, and if we could hit that by the end of the day, that'd be insane. Like, if we could hit somehow at 45k by the end of the month, I don't think we will, but that would be ridiculous. But anyway, we've got to talk about this, and the agent of Sydney Colson is one of the number one Caitlin Clark haters. It's at the stage now where she has had to scrub her entire social media. So, by the way, like, she retweeted this or reposted this post in November. On the surface, Caitlin Clark appears to be a likable person, a generation basketball talent, as well media trained athlete. However, she's a product of whiteness that never reversed course and now protects its own at the expense of vilifying people of color. She appears to just want to play ball. She's really giving you face to lead. She'll eventually have to take a principal stance on how she's being coddled and how her competitors are being treated like big bad wolves. What? She referred to her as white privilege plenty of times. Not even calling her by name. Just referred to Caitlin Clark as white privilege. And fans of this aren't actually watching because no way y'all like this kind of basketball. Demonstrative, obnoxious, privileged. Do you know who does like that style of basketball? Your client who you had to send. You tweeted all this just to send one of your clients to Indiana. And by the way, this is Cheryl Swoop's agent. So obviously, she probably believed the stuff Cheryl Swoop was saying, that there's locker room issues in Indiana and everyone wants out of Indiana. No. One of her clients wanted, genuinely, one of her clients wanted to go to Indiana. And that's the thing, is like, a lot of people are judging Sydney Colson by the action of her agent. And in my opinion, that is absolute pointless. It's nonsense. And I mean that. Like, that's absolute nonsense. Like, you do not judge, in life, you do not judge a person by, like, not that you should never do it, but, like, in general, until a person proves otherwise, don't judge a person by their friends. Don't judge a player by their agents. Like, I am a fan of the Leeds United Football Club. Willie Nonto is one of the nicest, from everyone that I've heard, Willie Nonto is one of the nicest people in the world. His agent was the freaking devil. His agent literally was one of those agents that was trying to make his players transfer every single year so he would get the agent fees. Like, nearly got him out. He was refusing to play for Leeds and stuff. Then obviously went and fired the agent. I'm not going to judge somebody by the actions of their agent. I'm really not. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, if the agent is doing a good job of getting you deals, if your agent is doing a good job, even if they're spouting nonsense, I'm not going to begrudge someone for keeping their agent. I'm not. But it is hilarious, though. Like, she had to delete her entire social media. Like, Matt Barnes threatens to expose ex-employees' alleged hatred towards Angel Reese in the WNBA. Like, obviously about... Is that about Gina Party? So I hope Sydney Colson will let all her problems at the front door and will not bring to her locker room. The one thing I'll always say about Sydney Colson, people are like, oh, why would you bring Sydney Colson to a locker room? And I'm like, people are treating her like she's Kennedy Carter. The only reason Sydney Colson's still in the league is because she's a good locker room presence, by the way. Like, and obviously the Indiana FIFA know all about the agent when they're talking with the agent. They don't have to like the agent if they like the player. Like, if the agent, if the team likes the player, if Colson wants to go to Indiana, and Indiana want Colson, like, she's being signed on a minimum. If that's happening, then, yeah, just why not? Like, why, what's wrong with that, in my opinion? I don't think there's anything wrong with players putting themselves in good situations, and teams getting themselves the right players. At the end of the day, basketball is basketball. And there's all this nonsense that, in fairness, the agent is spouting. The one thing is, I do hope that Caitlin Clark can get her in touch with Monica Zanano and she apologizes for that tweet. But like Sydney Colson is literally known for being a good teammate. She is known for being a good teammate, a career bench player. So I would have no issues, like with her just because of her agent. But this agent, dear lord, like, now her client is a bench player at her position. You will also notice her account is scrubbed. Yeah, she literally had to delete all her social media accounts, which is madness. Something went wrong. Try reloading. How is Sid going to the Fever? The Fever that desperate doesn't connect. Like, Sydney Colson's a great bench player. And by the way, before all of this, Caitlin, this is 12th of September. So obviously this is when he was like, she was calling it privileged basketball. Then suddenly Caitlin Clark said best quarter I've seen in basketball, men or women. I'm pretty sure the 27th of March, that was the game? Like, I'm pretty sure that was the South Carolina game. Maybe it was the other game. But like, obviously, Cheryl Swoops is one of her clients as well. So obviously people are going at her. WNBA agent Gina Paradiso gets exposed. Her Caitlin Clark slander tweet and goes private. I don't like Caitlin Clark. She's obnoxious and privileged. I don't think that was an actual quote. It's probably a Mick Talks Hoops quote where the quote on the top, the quote on the the video is a quote from me, not attributed to the person. But yeah, it's mad. Like, it is mad. But I will say, as far as the agents are concerned, obviously, this is me quoting her. Caitlin Clark still settling out a reason, putting in crazy viewership, but now they can no longer call her Maggie. These people use a clip for getting smacked in the face to spew this crap. Never been her actions. They just get kicked out of bullying 22-year-old. Obviously, that was a tweet from her. And then she had to delete all the tweets then and delete her damn account. So, yeah, male podcast in women's basketball. What was this, 6th of February? Oh no, 3rd if this is a European person. Don't forget where you started. Nobody knew you before Stack hired you and I got you a job at CAA. We have a couple big women at W now and you think you're doing something. Saying it, delete this now. Miss Gina and all the other folks love it saying W's. So Matt Barnes obviously calling her out. Yeah, she's just got Twitter fingers. She's just got absolute Twitter fingers and could get herself in a lot of trouble. Probably the best thing by the way, her deleting her Twitter account is the best thing for her to do. The agent. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care. I don't think any of the Fever players care. Like, just like none of the Fever players gave a damn when Dejanay was tweeting out crap about Indiana when Alyssa Smith was on the team. None of the Fever players cared. Just like none of the Fever players are going to care about the agent. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. In my opinion, this is a nothing situation. I think the agent, the agent said enough crap about Caitlin Clark. The agent definitely does not like Caitlin Clark, but at the end of the day, the agent's job is to get the players where the players want to go. Like, Sydney Colson wanted to back up Caitlin Clark and go play with Kelsey Mitchell and play for the Fever. She's going to be a great backup point guard. She's going to be a very, very good locker room presence, and she's a champion. She is a champion. So, yeah. That's pretty much it, lads. That is pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.